Every week teaches something. Sometimes the lessons are subtle, sometimes they hit you in the face. Either way, the only way to waste a week is to not learn from it. Here are the three things this week taught me: the wins, the losses, the lessons. Lesson 1: Speed is not velocity. The loss: I spent the first half of this week moving fast, really fast. Crossed a lot of tasks off the list, sent a lot of emails, had a lot of meetings, felt productive. By Wednesday, I realized something. I had been moving quickly in no particular direction. Lots of activity, not much progress toward the things that actually mattered. Speed is how fast you are moving. Velocity is how fast you are moving in a specific direction. You can have high speed and zero velocity if you are just spinning in circles. The lesson: before any productive burst, define the destination. What am I moving toward? What does progress actually look like? Then measure against that, not against how busy I feel. Lesson 2: Good enough beats perfect. Every time, the win: I shipped something this week that was not perfect. I published a piece of content that I knew could be better. I sent an email with an imperfect subject line. And here is what happened. Nothing bad. People read it. Some responded. The world kept spinning. I have spent years holding things back because they were not ready. Projects that never launched. Ideas that never saw daylight. All because I was waiting for perfection. The lesson: perfect is the enemy of done. But more than that, perfection is often a form of fear dressed up as high standards. It is not ready is easier to say than I am scared to put it out there. This week proved done and out in the world beats perfect and stuck in my head. Always. Lesson 3: Systems beat motivation. The win: Thursday morning, I woke up with zero motivation. Did not want to write, did not want to work. Just wanted to crawl back into bed and try again tomorrow. But here is the thing. I have a system now. A morning routine that does not require motivation because it runs on autopilot. Coffee, journal, 1 hour of focused work before anything else. No decisions required. By the time I finished that first hour, the motivation had shown up. Not because I waited for it, but because I started without it. The lesson: motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes based on sleep, stress, weather, and 100 other variables I cannot control. Systems run regardless. The goal is not to feel motivated. The goal is to build systems that work whether motivation shows up or not. This week's scoreboard wins: shipped content even when it was not perfect. Morning system held strong. Made progress on one key project without getting distracted by everything else. Losses: fell into the speed trap early in the week. Let email dictate my morning on 2 occasions. Said yes to something I should have said no to. Net result: more wins than losses. Progress made, lessons learned. That is a good week. Looking ahead. Next week's focus: velocity over speed. Before diving into tasks, I will define what progress looks like for each project. Then measure against outcomes, not activity. One habit to protect: the morning system. It worked on my worst day. That is how I know it is solid. One thing to eliminate: the reflexive yes. Before agreeing to anything new, I am going to ask, does this move me toward my 10x goal, or is it a 2x distraction? Final thought: there is a version of this weekly reflection that beats me up for the losses, that focuses on what went wrong, that turns every learning opportunity into evidence of failure. That is not what this is. This is grace over guilt. Acknowledging what happened, extracting the lesson, and moving forward without dragging the weight of self-judgment into the next week. The goal is not to have perfect weeks. The goal is to learn something every week, good or bad, win or lose. This week taught me something. That makes it a success. One step, one day. Grace over guilt. Dan, see you Tuesday. Let's make it a good week.